Greetings, this is Stormheart. You know, if there's one thing that matters a great deal to me in video games, it's looking good. I've been known to spend hours in a character creator getting every single minute detail right. I'm not joking about that. So of course in WoW, I love my transmog, and I've spent a great deal of time collecting sets, especially with this new transmog system in place. I've even made several characters for no other reason than I liked a set or I had a good mog in mind and I wanted to use it on something. With that said, I think it's about time I show you some of my favorite sets. Yep, all that bullshit build-up was just for a top 10 video. Enjoy! Starting things off, in number 10, we have the Grievous Gladiator's Iron Skin Armor. This, in my opinion, is currently the best monk armor set in the game. Although that's about to change pretty damn soon. We'll get to that later on. It encapsulates pretty much the kind of feel I want from a monk. It's got an Eastern kind of feel to it, it's got a mystical kind of feel to it, and it's also very simple in comparison to a lot of other armor in the game. It looks lightweight, but it also looks like it defends you quite well, especially with the plating around the gloves, the belt, and the shoulders. It does the job, and yeah, it's I love the effect on it. It looks really good. It's simple, but mystical, and not overly flashy. I like it. And we go from one monk set immediately into another. In number 9, we have Zuen's Battlegear. And this particular version here is the Raid Finder version. I am a sucker for animal head helmets. For the longest time, I have always liked the idea of wearing something that resembles some kind of creature, an animal, or whatever. Bonus, this comes with tattoos. We don't actually have tattoos in the game yet, unless you're a demon hunter, but this set actually has tattoos, which is just really freaking cool. Also means it looks a little bit better on the humanoid races than it does things like Pandaren or Turin, I think, just because, you know, tattoos and fur doesn't quite work. Very much like the other set, it's got that nice Eastern feel, and this just looks like it protects more. It's got this, I don't know, it just makes me think of some kind of samurai armor. So yeah, I think it's a really, really cool set, and I will be farming LFR on my monk in order to get it. In 8th place, we have a warrior set, Relentless Gladiator's Plate Armor. You'll notice a few things about me during this list. For one, I like simple things with a little bit of flair to it. I also like things related to animals. This contains the former, not so much the latter. Although I suppose the latter could be argued in that it's one of the few complete sets of armor that actually looks good on races that are typically kind of difficult to get armor that looks good on them, such as Turin and Worgen. It's mostly down to the head. This helm is more of a muzzle than anything and actually works really well on Turin, Worgen, and other races like that with similar difficulties. And considering I really like those races, it gets bonus points for me. It's just overall a really nice, simple armor set with a little bit of flash. It looks legit, and it looks badass, and it works. In 7th place, we have the Conqueror's Deathbringer Garb. Say hello to just the best Warlock set. Generally speaking, Warlocks are one of those classes where you only see players walk around in one of 4 sets. There's this, there's the Malefic Raiment, how the fuck you pronounce that, I don't know. There's the Corruptor Raiment, and then there's the mythic version of the Shadow Counselor's Garb. If you see a Warlock, chances are they're wearing one of those sets. This right here is my personal favorite. I've loved this ever since I saw it for the very first time in the Wrathgate cinematic. Look at this thing! It's basically WoW's version of the Plague Doctor armor. I wish I could wear this on, like, my Hunter or my Priest or just any other class. Oh, it's so cool. It's got that dark element. Again, like what I've said before, it's simple and with just a little bit of flair to make it stand out. But, the freaking what look like bone, wood bits, and the feathers. Like, I think the only thing I'd remove from it is, like, the neck cage. I think that's kind of pointless. But overall, it just looks great. And it's one of those sets that just looks fucking perfect on an undead character. I absolutely adore this set. Number 6. Primal Gladiator's Scaled Armor. If you want a set in this game that's perfect for your role-playing plate wearer, there's no better than this. It's nice and simple, it's low-key, it's not too flashy. But at the same time, it's really badass. It's probably one of the most believable sets of armor in the game. one of the most finger quote realistic sets of armor in the game. It's perfect for the fallen paladin look, or for some kind of gladiator or combatant that's kind of lost his way with the light. A vengeful paladin, just that kind of feel to it. There's still something noble in there, but it's been twisted. I love it so much. There really isn't that much I can say about this, because it's simple. It's a low-key set of armor that looks really, really good. And it's very much to my taste. From something simple to something intricate. Number 5. Eternal Destiny Regalia. This set is absolutely goddamn gorgeous. If there is anything in this game that I would want in real life, it's that robe. That is just so royal. It's so higher class. I want to go to bed looking like that. Just look at the level of detail in the tapestry, in the bell, just everything. One of the reasons Mr. Pandaria is one of my favorite expansions is because of the level of detail and just bright and shiny and colorfulness that was in that expansion in comparison to Burning Crusade, Cataclysm, and my personal favorite, Wrath. There was just so much in Pandaland that was just so detailed and intricate and colorful. It was so much of a breath of fresh air. I currently use this set on my mage, and I do not regret it. It's probably one of the only things that makes me play a mage. It's so just gorgeous and beautiful. And yes, cleavage. We've got that out of the way. Moving on. In 4th place, we have the Stormheart Raiment. So this video has been in my head for a while now, and initially I was going to give a place to the Thunderheart Raiment. But then this was revealed. This is the mythic version of the Stormheart Raiment. And it does look a bit skewy here on the Wowhead's dressing room model viewer thing. But I'm sure it's going to look a lot better than that in game. And oh my god, just... I know I've gone throughout this video going, I'm not into things that are too flashy. But fucking look at this! The totem helm thing that looks amazing on its own, and then opens up to reveal the face of your character underneath, shrouded it in like in a shroud of shade and darkness, and then all of a sudden these spirit animals pop up representing the different classes. Oh my god, this thing is amazing! I'm drooling over this so much. Admittedly, I haven't seen this in game yet, but I'm loving just the previews of it enough for me to put it this high in the list. I want to play my Druid. I want to level up my Druid just to get this. You can be assured that next expansion, I'm coming back and I'm soloing the mythic difficulty of Doom of Sargeras just to get this on my Druid. This is just... oh, it's perfect. The only thing I would change from it, honestly, I would make the shoulder spirit deers less, stand out less, just because the main drive right there is the helm. I just want the helm. That headpiece is gorgeous, and I love the animal bone bits on the rest of the body, and it's taking what I loved about the Thunderheart Raiment, and it's improved it in every way. This is just... mwah! It's perfect, and I really want it, but I'm not good enough to do Mythic, and I suck on my Druid anyway. From one Druid set to another. So you heard how much I gushed over that previous set. What could set this one ahead? Well, say hello to number 3, the Living Wood Battlegear, specifically the Mythic version. The other versions I think are ugly. What sets it apart? You're a big bug. That's the main reason. You're a big bug. And the wings are awesomely animated, and you have these little lightning bugs or glow bugs just flowing around everywhere. Your head looks like a bug head, and your shoulders looks like other bug heads, and you have wings that flap around. And have I mentioned the wings? Honestly, the only thing I don't like about this set are the gloves. The colors off. They don't seem to go right. But the difference between this set and the other one is, the other one I'd use the belt, I'd use the shoulders and the head. Mainly the head, though. This one I like the whole package except the gloves. But you're a big bug. Like, The idea of seeing this bird that turns into a cat, that turns into a deer, that turns into a big humanoid bug. Like, I love it. Just, it appeals to my interests, okay? In second place, we have the Tyrannical Gladiator's Scaled Armor. I love so many of the Mr. Pandaria PvP armor sets. And this is right at the top. There's very few armor sets in this game that I honestly think is better than this. At least if you have a female character. They don't look anywhere near as good on male characters. But on a female character, it looks amazing. And honestly, I think the best way to describe this armor would be regal with an edge. It's so royal looking, but royal like battle royal. I didn't even realize what I did there until I said it. Like, this is the kind of thing a prince that wants to prove himself, or a princess that wants to prove herself in the field of combat would wear. It looks so royal and so brutal, and it looks like something right out of Dark Souls. This set is perfect. Once again, at least if you're playing on a female character. It doesn't look as good on male, in my opinion. And my number one favorite armor set in the game that I legitimately think looks better than any other set in the game is the KOR'KRON Dark Shaman armor. A set I unfortunately don't have yet. I made a character purely for this set. Purely to farm this set. I made it a Turin because I think it looks better on a Turin than any other race. I chose the fur color for the Turin. To match the armor set as best as possible. I have a character that I run Siege of Orgrimmar on every week just to get this set, because I think it looks absolutely amazing. I am so unbelievably envious of Shaman that they can wear this and my Hunter can't. I would absolutely adore to have this set on my Hunter, because I think this set looks absolutely fantastic on a Worgen. It's like one of very few armor sets that looks so good on a Worgen. And I want it. I want to run around with it on my Shaman. I don't even like Shaman gameplay that much, but I made one purely for this set. This set is... oh, the helm is gorgeous. The fur and the spikiness and it appeals to my interest. Like, if I were to design an armor set in this game, it would have many similarities to this. It wouldn't be identical to this. I probably wouldn't have the spikes on the shoulders, or if I did, they wouldn't be as pronounced. But, oh my god, this set is... it could not be... and like, if you look at this set and you look at my main character's transmog, you can certainly see similarities. I think this set is absolutely fantastic. I love it so much, and I really, really hope I can get it soon. So there we have it. My personal top 10 favorite armor sets in the game. Now, given the sheer amount of armor sets there are in the game, especially if you go beyond just the tier sets like I have here, there's a lot to choose from. The art team does an amazing job almost all the time in this game, in my opinion. So there's bound to be a crap ton of armor sets that you would put on this list that I haven't included. So let me know yours down below. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and yay for Wowhead's dressing room and Wowhead's model viewer. Seriously, I couldn't have done that video without this. Credit where credit is due. Until next time, I'm going to be the very best hunter in the world. I'll collect all the sets and I'll look fabulous and I'll please all the panda girls.